Hey everybody, welcome back. We are still fighting Centaur today. Doing this kind of reminds me of older school MMOs like Final Fantasy XI, which I played quite extensively. And then also kind of a little bit of EQ, just in the sense that those games, they weren't theme park MMOs. You basically just grind on enemies for all your experience and leveling up, and you would kind of determine for yourself what area you wanted to be in and if the enemies were at level. More than that though, you'd usually find yourself needing the assistance of a group. So this is kind of like a solo part of one of those games, which soloing in Final Fantasy XI at least, you only really did that early on in the game. Not so much the harder the content got. And when I think about that, in this game, this is kind of the first grind we've been exposed to, I think, as we're leveling up our character. This is the first time they've said, hey, just go kill a bunch of enemies in this area until you change in friendliness with this other faction. It's the first time we've really seen a big departure from the more theme park nature, which is just go kill 5 of these guys, collect 10 of these things, loot 7 of these things, and then come back to me, turn it in, go back out. That's kind of like the theme park MMO formula. Whereas more traditionally, you just go explore the world, you fight the monsters you want, you look for bosses, maybe do dungeons, and without being guided around by a quest chain. That's kind of how older MMOs worked. And some people like it, to be guided with the quests, and sometimes people like just that sense of being able to run out, form up in groups, and fight whatever that you can fight. Eventually you learn where your gear drops, what creatures drop the gear you want, and then you just go try to fight those creatures until they drop the things you want. And I don't know why this part of WoW reminded me of that, but it kind of did. We got to this point where now we could spend time just grinding these guys if we want. I'm going to head over and do the Koto roundup shortly, but was still here and just had a couple thoughts about the quests that we're doing, and figured that'd be something to talk about to lead into the episode. It would be interesting if these guys had a chance to drop some cool Centaur related gear, so that, as you are fighting them, you have the potential to accomplish something else other than just moving that bar from the left to the right, How are we going to get up out of this little ravine? By going south, out, and around, probably. At least that's what it looks like. We're going to avoid taking these guys on. We'll just wave to them as we run by. Not going to make that mistake again. Still not really seeing... Oh, we can go out right there if we were paying any attention. Can we not jump over this? It's like the first time WoW has tried to stop you from killing yourself with fall damage is the time that I don't want them to be stopping me. We would be perfectly fine to slide down there. We would have been better with Blink. There we go. You're basically in our way. Of course it's not. We just used it. Let's be real. Even when they run, they don't call for help. That's very interesting. It would be more realistic if when they went into that state, that would be the time that they would call out and make those near them aggressive. And seems like they're locked out of that spell book for a couple seconds. Works for us. I think we could start making our way back to the graveyard. We'll pick off a few more of these guys on the way, but I do want to complete the Koto roundup. Just to kind of see if that chains into any other quests for those goblins, or if it's just going to be a one-off.
Not enough mana.
Yeah, we don't We don't have enough mana. That's a damn good point. I'll start paying attention now. We're a couple minutes into the episode, so it's about time for me to do that. Whoops. Resist.
Not ready yet.
Greater healing potion. Let's... Oh, look at that. It's already clickable. Perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Yeah, well, looks like we're going this way anyway. Though I didn't know that there were so many guys just easy pickings up here, but at least we got to explore their little area down here. I thought the architecture of the buildings were pretty interesting. Again, not sure if that's something the Centaur made or if those structures predate the Centaurs. I'm willing to say they probably predate them. But I don't know a lot about what Centaurs are capable of building or what their civilization is actually like. On the surface, they seem to be mostly savages, but I could be totally wrong. This would be a good time to have all 3 Chronicle books. I could just look up Centaur and read a little bit of lore. I hate archers. I hate the physical damage at range with the knockback. It's like all the worst things. You can't kite, you can't... Freezing them is pointless. Unless you get into their non-effective range and manage to freeze them there for a second, but... I don't know that that gains you much overall, any more than just using Mana Shield does. As expensive as Mana Shield is to let them just eat through it, it's probably better that way. You're a caster, so let's go ahead and put Dampen Magic up and be smart. What a heal. What a heal. We should have been looking. We should have been looking. We could have counterspelled it. He's out of mana. He like literally ran himself out of mana. Ran us out of mana. All because we didn't counterspell the heal.
That ability isn't ready yet.
All right. It's hard not to want to pick these guys off since we're right here. We do need to head more north though if we want to get back to the Kotos.
Still recharging.
That was not really the way I wanted to blink, but with everybody being non-aggressive, it doesn't really matter. At least we didn't blink off the ledge. That would have been embarrassing. Yeah, running through the... God, I guess we kind of have to run through the Manarok Coven to get anywhere. I'm not sure what the terrain is like. It looks like there's mountains blocking us here, so I don't want to run the risk of not being able to get back in from that way. Let's just run through the Manarok Coven. We kind of know what to expect. And what we can expect is to just stick to the road, and hopefully we won't aggro anybody that can annihilate us. That would be the dream.
That's still recharging.
Probably not the area that I want to be messing around taking screenshots in, but it is a really cool looking area, so can't really help it. Alright, we can head up right over here. We should find some sick or dying Kotos and get them run over to the goblin. Although we have some level 38 mana eaters that I don't want to deal with because, well, they're level 38. That should speak for itself. Level 32 things. Okay, level 32 things seem better. Aged Koto, are these one of the ones that we could capture? I'm pretty sure we can. Yeah, he seems to, he thinks he wants to follow us. Let's go.
My mana is low. This spell isn't ready yet.
Alright, some heavy leather. This is the place, right? Yes, it is. I'm glad we don't lose him when we get into combat with something. That's a big relief. Yeah, so we do have to interact with each of them before he will give us credit. Probably some kind of limitation to the system. Nowadays, you just drag them into the general area of the quest giver, and it automatically will give you credit for returning creatures or whatever they have you wrangle together. I was trying to say round up, but we went with wrangle together instead. Wind elementals, like, I don't know how they're gonna feel about our frost spells. Oh, at least they don't resist them.
Not enough mana.
Having some pretty bad times here paying attention to my mana. Not sure why. Could be that I'm distracted, I guess. It's a good reason. I'd really like to get closer to the graveyard. To do that, we're going to have to either go way around all these guys or we're going to have to fight them. So I'm thinking we just fight them. Although we're almost out of rest and experience, so that's depressing. Let's just see if we can avoid any combat at all and just get this simple quest done. And I guess when we talk about like theme park MMOs and how they're different than old school MMOs, also is the concept that the only way you're going to get, you know, reasonably rewarded in a theme park MMO is by doing the quest. You're going to level faster, you're going to get items and stuff that are upgrades for you that you might not get just killing random enemies out in the world. You might get a lot of greens to sell on the auction house, but as far as getting stuff for your character, it's not really the way to go. So you're kind of locked in, like, yeah, you could go out and just farm enemies. That's a choice you have, but you're kind of, if you want to be efficient at all, you have to do basically every quest that you have access to. Even when it's just rounding up some aged Kotos. Okay, 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. We can do this. It's not the most exciting quest, but we will get it done. Do the ancient ones count too? We'll just grab this aged one. We know he does. Ancient, aged, and dying, I thought. Oh, is this going to be out of range? Please tell me no. They also totally change their entire appearance when you recombobulate them. When you combobulate them. Yeah, Koto combobulator. So, it puts them back together? Sure. They look better than they looked before we used the item on them. With goblin technology, though, there's no telling what strange side effects it might have on these Koto. Like, they seem fine now, but notice how all the ones we turn in just kind of disappear when we come back. Or are they becoming these caravan ones?
Talk to me. Keep it real.
Let's see if when we come back there are still 3 of these caravans or if there are 4. I haven't noticed if they've been adding. I don't think they have. But I could be totally wrong. Now we'll try to grab this ancient one that was down here for what will hopefully be our last Koto in the Koto roundup.
I need to target some.
We're going to take this guy out, get him out of our way. Koto apparition. We've had to deal with Koto apparitions before in Stone Talon. I don't understand why a ghost leaves a dead body. So if you are a Koto apparition, that means you're like a Koto spirit, right? When you die, why does your ghost body just kind of lay there? You would think it would simply disappear, become like a shiny little thing for you to loot. But, you know, it's classic. So the body of a ghost, Koto, will simply lay there and you'll be perplexed. If you think about it at all. Or you'll just go on about your day and not be like me and not think too much about it. I would suggest the latter. Alright, look at that. 5 out of 5.
What's up?
The caravan will be here shortly. Do you have the 5 new... Yeah, we do have all 5. We just... Smeed Scrabble Screw begins counting. 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. I ask for 5 tame Kotos and I get 5 tame Kotos. I'm going to be rich. Yes, very rich. I hope to see the look on Bibley's green face when he hears about my success. Ooh, a boot upgrade. What an upgrade that is.
Hurry back.
Okay, I take it back. Yeah, totally worth it. See, in a theme park MMO, you get the best rewards from actually doing the quests. Who would have thought? But no, that's a huge upgrade, and I'm really happy about that. So, that's good. It didn't chain into anything else, surprisingly. I don't see any other goblins around here with any other quests. No, there's, nobody else, and he doesn't seem interested in having us do anything else for him. So really, all that's left to do here is to get the alliance going, which we're pretty close to. And then that's going to open up actual quests for us to do, you know, for the Magmar. We have to go up here and kill the name guy, but I did want to get to at least level 33 before we did that, just because that is an orange quest, so gaining 1 more level should let us fight. If not him, then we might have to clear through some pretty tough guys to get to him. So I do want to make sure that we're at an appropriate level to take care of that. And I think what I'll do is, like I said last time, I intended to just finish grinding this out, and then I had more opportunity than I thought to go ahead and record, basically. So I thought we would jump back in and just start working on things. The Mage has kind of become my focus character. I'm obviously still playing the other characters. I basically love all my characters for one reason or another. As far as play styles go and things like that, but the Mage has kind of become my focus, really working on just getting the ability set down. We've been pretty good with doing things that we haven't in the past, like sheeping when necessary and stuff like that, so it's been helping to have a little bit of a focus. And so to pursue that focus, I thought I would jump back on and see what we can get done today. I would like to go after his head here for Hepa, but I just think it's going to be too hard for us to do that right now.
Cast that yet.
I really want to find out what's going on here. I'm really into this zone in the hope that we will get some plot related to the Manarok Coven. Which I'm sure we will. It just might take some time. Looking at other things, I still need to put some grinding into Helkular's Revenge, because I need to still kill a Yeti back in Hillsbrad to hopefully get the rod or just a crap ton of heavy leather. Bracers of Binding, same thing, that's in the ruins of Dalaran. I'd like to see some of these go green and then we head back there. That would be ideal. What is this point to? Camp Mohage. Oh, okay. We get into the Feralus, from here. Oh, wait. Look at this. They're orange now. What does orange do? What if I walk right up to them? They're still not aggressive, but they are slowly changing colors, and I didn't know that they did that. That's pretty interesting. Let's kill a few more and see if anything happens. Oh, where's your non-effective bow range? Right here, I guess?
That spell isn't ready yet.
Not very mana efficient, but we got him. I don't think this is going to take as long as I originally thought. My memories of this from Classic, I just remember it taking basically forever. Obviously, this would be something that would be really good to do in a group of any size. If you came in here in like a 5-man group, and you just went to town on this camp, you would probably see this move a lot faster. That's 2 resist in a row. A little demoralizing. That's a big crit though. To all things, a balance. Sometimes. I never noticed how red our eyes were when we were evocating, but that makes sense because, you know, colors. Like, how long does it take if we don't use Mana Shield, and how close do we get to dying? That's the question that we're gonna answer right now. Yeah, see, we get pretty close to death. I'd rather burn the additional mana and not be so close to dying, and just use Mana Shield. Oh, we got Rexar over here, and Misha. Excellent. Excellent. And look how slow they're moving. It's perfect. I don't know why Rexar is here. I would obviously love to find out. But yeah. So they just do a little patrol? Oh no, the bear just got a little confused. Let's see if we can get a photo op here with our good buddy Rexar. Nope, not so much that time. Good enough. I'm pretty excited about that. I hope we find out what he's doing here. Greetings, Mage. I am Rexar, champion of the Horde, servant of Thrall, master to the beasts of the wilds. Okay.
Go with honor.
Perfect. I like it. If I attack this guy, will you help us? Not exactly. That's pretty cool, though. You see a lot of Rexar in Battle for Azeroth in the Horde War campaign, obviously. I mean, I saw a lot of Rexar in Heroes of the Storm. Pretty neat, though. Alright, let's cast Dampen Magic. Once again with the heal that we should have interrupted, but at least these guys run out of mana. That's pretty good for us. They run out of mana before we do. It's also really nice that they give you a variety of enemies that you can fight. Alright, let's focus on the melee guys. They're a little bit easier for us to deal with and prevent a lot of damage. I think we bugged Rexar out. He's still just hanging out back here behind us. He's no longer walking his patrol, and he's just stuck in place. Although, who knows? Maybe this is something he is just conveniently scripted to do right here where we've chosen to fight. I'm not sure. It seemed like he was patrolling before. The scouts are the ones that have the bows, right? No, they just, yeah. See, they have an axe and they have a bow. I like that we teleport ahead of our frostbolt. That takes skills. There, look, he's moving again.
I'm out of range. My mana is low.
Nothing like a solid resist when our mana is low to just make things that little bit more interesting. I forget that I can't use blink off the global cooldown about 90% of the time. That's why basically after every time that I Frost Nova, my character says that we can't cast that. It's because I'm trying to blink away instantly, but I have to wait for the global cooldown to reset. Which to me feels unnatural. It feels like it should be a button off the global cooldown. But then again, I think I've considered before that perhaps that would be overpowered in PvP. But at the same time, it's unfortunate to have to balance a class and balance skills simultaneously for both PvE and PvP. The easier thing would be to have the skill do something slightly different when you're flagged for PvP. Which is a lesson that takes time to learn, I guess. Whoa, 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 what was that? Oh, Holy Shroud. It's cloth, it's a headpiece, it's 40 armor and 6 spirits. Increases healing done by spells and effects by up to 33. This is pretty cool. It's a healer's item, obviously, with the equip proc on it. This is going to be something that could potentially make a little bit of gold on the auction house. Requires level 27, so it's a level 27 item. It's a blue though. We're definitely going to check the auction house and see if there's anything like that up. We'll check out cloth helms in general and just see what kind of cloth helms are up around that level and if there are any of the same item or any blues. That's something that I'm definitely interested in trying to sell. Conversely, if I didn't sell it, I mean, I don't even know if I would equip it, honestly. It's a lot of spirit, but it's definitely for a healer and not as much for a mage. If it had stamina or something else on it, then it would be more tempting. Ah, too late. We were too late with the counter spell.
Isn't ready yet.
Oh, they didn't eat the freeze properly, so... Oh, we were just too late. I was too busy thinking about equipment that it nearly cost us our life there. I guess that's one of the cool things that can happen when you fight the same kinds of enemies over and over, or you're just killing enemies for a really long time. You have that chance that you're randomly gonna pull a blue or a purple. And typically you can sell those for quite a bit of money. At higher levels more so. There we go. There's the counter spell on the heal.